Okay, this is going to be the second part of my Bacardi Rum coconut cake that's for my mom's birthday today. I'm gonna get this gum out of my mouth. Ah, I made the garbage. Anyway, so I'm at my little house in the hood, that I call it, because I'm heating up the lasagna in the oven that I showed on another video, if it posts okay. Anyway, so here's the cake. There's the cake. I showed how to make it yesterday. You're supposed to cut it in thirds. So I am going to cut this in 3 perfectly even pieces. Yeah, me. I'm going to cut it. So hold on. Pause. So here are the 3 pieces. I'm going to put the first one on this foil covered thing. I don't even know if I was filming. So let me try this again. So you're going to take 1/4 cup rum. You're going to take 3/4 cup like strained crushed pineapple and 1/3 cup of juice and a container of Cool Whip and a package of vanilla, the small package of vanilla instant pudding, and you're going to stir it all together. Okay, so I've mixed it together. I forgot to bring my mixing bowl, so I'm using a saucepan. So see how it looks? So that's the mixture. And this is the, that pudding mix. I'm going to put it on that cake right there. Now I am putting shredded coconut on it. This is the second layer. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some of the topping, spread it over, and then put some shredded coconut on it. That's the second layer. Now I'm taking the third layer and gonna do the same thing. So you have the, is it moving? Yes. So you have the 3 layers, and then you just smush coconut around it, you know, smushing it in, and then you put some of the crushed pineapple that's drained, squeezed a little bit on top, and then you take, just to make it look pretty, pineapple chunks and kind of decorate the top. Now, I forgot coming over here for the mixing bowl, I forgot to have a plate, to put it on, but I have a lot of floor tiles here, and so I cleaned a floor tile and put foil around it, and it works totally fine. You have to improvise sometimes. So anyway, you ready for the finished product? Drum roll. It's kind of messy in here, I've been painting and stuff. Got a ladder right next to me. Want to see? Ta-da! Look at that beauty. So here's my arm. Well, how do I do this? Jeez, I need a camera crew. Okay. And some people with some sense of doing stuff. Well, this is a square foot. Duh. It's a square foot tile. And that's the cake. It's a 3 layer coconut Bacardi cake. Oh, alcohol. So I went into the grocery store because I had to get more coconut because I didn't have enough coconut. And then I got some ice cream and some Caesar salad and stuff for tonight's dinner for my mama's birthday dinner. And her lasagna right now is in the oven over here. And she's sitting over there going through, I got boxes of stuff here. We're trying to go through stuff. And the clerk was talking about, the guy ahead of me was buying a bunch of bottles of wine. And he was talking about how good the wine was. And the clerk was saying, that kind of wine just never makes me drunk. And that always, it sounds so dumb, but now that I know, when I was growing up and I tasted alcohol, I didn't like the taste, so I didn't become a real drinker. I got drunk when I was younger, like before I turned 21 and a few times after 21, but the novelty of drinking and getting drunk, I didn't like how it felt. And so this clerk, she was a young woman, she's talking about, I like this drink because it gets me drunk. And then the guy is saying, yeah, people, drink to get drunk and you want to be able to get drunk. I said, you guys really drink to, really? You don't like the taste? People don't like the taste of alcohol. I used to think they liked the taste of alcohol because I actually like the taste of Kahlua. I'm not drinking something that tastes nasty, but this Bacardi with this cake tastes good. It doesn't get you drunk. And to me, it tastes good with the Bacardi, pineapple cake. So if you catch the other video, you can see how to make it, or you could probably Google Bacardi rum cake. They're all pretty similar, but it's something that my mom likes, and it's something my husband likes, and I like it too because I like any kind of cake. I've never met a cake I haven't liked, but I have not had cake since my birthday in March, when I ate that tuxedo cake and ate way too much of it. And so that's when I went on my no sugar at all, like, well, almost no sugar at all thing for many days, more days ever in my life. And then I had that brownie dessert, and then had another brownie and a couple cookies. But have done really well staying away from sweets being the mainstay of my diet. So this Bacardi rum cake, my grandmother, my mother's mother, had it from one of them like women's magazines, and it was always taped on a refrigerator. This is way back. And I said, Grandma, can I try to make that? And that was like a long time ago. It was before I met my husband. And so I made it. And so it was one of the first cakes that I made for him. And I think it's because I made that cake, and that might be one of the reasons he married me. For the cake. And the meatloaf. The meatloaf. Not me being a meatloaf. He liked my meatloaf and my lasagna. Peace. Do you hear this, honey bunny? The cake is made. Your favorite cake is made. And my mama's favorite cake. Here's my mama. She's looking at pictures. All right, bye.